Hey all, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and we are going to be doing issue 2 of Build the Terminator. So, let's get modelling. Right, so let's get to the build. A few things I've done. Like always, I've now laid out all the parts that I need in order. So we can identify them easily. There is also this part that comes with this issue. It's actually not needed. We'll need this at a later date, so we'll store that in a safe place for now. And what we also need, I'll get it out here, we're going to need this head component from the last issue, issue 1. So first of all, we need to get this part here. Now this is plastic. Nice and shiny though, and like we say, with plastic you can get a lot more detail in there. And what we need to do first is we just need to align this up like so onto the bottom jaw like that, and then it's asking us to screw this down in this upper part here. I'll show you that. So as you can see, these screw holes here, and it wants us to attach that in place, and that is to be done by some PB 2x6mm screws. Now I have these in my pot already, just so it's easy to identify, because obviously we've got the label on them. So we're going to load up a screw. Now the screwdriver feels a bit too big, that one, that's a wear a 0, so we'll try a 0, 0, and the 0, 0 fits nicely. So let's just bob this back into place again, like so, and we're just going to screw this down into place. Now I'm not using any 3-in-1 oil because we're only screwing plastic into plastic. And that first part is in. Next bit, we get the next bit. There we go. And we screw the second part down like so. Okay. So moving on to the next step, we need to put some screw holes in here and in here. And he wants us to do that with some PB 2x4mm screws, so these are a little bit smaller than the others, and we're just going to secure this in. Again, don't need oil because I'm not screwing into metal. Now let's make sure this is lined up properly, which it is, so it should go in, and we're just going to screw that into place. Make sure this one's lined up. It looks very much so. And again, screw that into place, and now that is looking like that. It's starting to resemble a face. Okay, so moving on to the next step, it then wants us to do the teeth. Now what I've done is I've actually aligned the teeth already, and they want us to align them in like 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if I can just move the camera, there we go. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Okay. And then you just simply need to glue this into place. So I'm going to get some glue, but I'm also going to get a cocktail stick. Don't just hate it when your glue pot is stuck to that. So let me just move that camera. There we go. Just put some glue in my little tray that I have, that I got from actually the Spitfire, but it's an absolutely fantastic little tray. Put the lid back on the glue so it doesn't dry out. And basically we need to put these into place. So turning the page over, if we're looking at it from the top angle, tooth number 1's going to go in here, number 2, number 3 and number 4. So bit of glue on a cocktail stick, dab that into the holes for tooth number 1. Okay, tooth number 1 is looking like this one, and obviously we are following the curvature of the mouth. Okay, so we'll move on to teeth number 2. Bit of glue, and then we'll get tooth number 2 in place. Now that's wanting to come out for some unknown reason, so just hold that in for a second, just while that glue takes effect and stays in position, and which it has done now. So we'll just move on to tooth number 3. A bit more glue on that hole. Okay, wants to fly around with that. Now actually that other tooth, that tooth number 2 has come out again. So let's just hold these in place again while the glue sets in place. Now I reckon I might have done a mistake here. I reckon, yeah, that is tooth number 2. Bit of a mistake there on my part, sorry about that. We're only human, we make mistakes. So I'm just going to hold them in place just while that glue just takes for a second and then release. Yes, that looks a lot better. So I did actually knock the teeth when grabbing the first tooth, so that's probably why they were a little bit mismatched. And we'll just bob that other tooth in there like so, and there we have the teeth in place for the Terminator. Put that on the close-up camera and you can see them teeth in place there. Okay, so moving on, go back to build camera. We need to get these 2 pieces here. And basically what we're going to do is we need to, well, I'll read the step out. We need to fit the 2 pieces together as shown in the photograph, ensuring that both screw holes and component match up with the component and they fit correctly. There is a notch on one side of both parts to be seen. So this little notch here matches this little notch here. So we bob that together, show you that little notch on the close-up camera, and there you go, you can see that little notch, so we know that is aligned up properly. And then it just simply wants us to screw this in place by the 2 screw holes, and it wants us to do that with a KB 2x6mm screw. So let me get my screwdriver loaded up, and it's using the 00 screwdriver, and just screw that into place. Again, this is plastic, not metal, so there's no need for oil. Next part, and we'll screw that in place. It's a nice tight fit, I have to admit. Right, okay, and that's there in place. So I'll show you the finished things. So we have this shoulder piece here looking just like that, and then we have this piece here with the teeth in, and now this bit connected to the eyes. And that's it for today's issue 2. And that's it for the issue 2 of the T800 Terminator. I hope you enjoyed that issue. I'm really enjoying this build at the moment. It's one of my favourites that I'm doing. I do have issue 3. Actually, I have up to issue 60, 61 I think it is. So I've got a lot of videos to come out on this one, and I am going to try and get them out as quick as I can, because I'm planning to do maybe one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So hopefully you'll get 2 videos from me a day on my channel. I'm not saying it's going to be Terminator 2 days a week, every 2 days. Sorry, every day, twice. Because I've also got to catch up on the Ecto one and the X-Wing. But if you like this video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos I put up. But for now, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.